Hey guys, welcome. Now I'm here with a few messages I've been called to share. I don't know how much room is left because, as we've discussed, data, there's no more data. So I better get moving. Now, we took our sacred journey to the mountains and we were discussing how we had entered the garden during the 6-6 portal. And we have been working in the Garden of Venus. Working in the Garden of Venus on love. Self-love. We entered alone. But we got the message that we are expanding with eternal love. Because we've been creating eternal love. We've become eternal love. We are expressions of eternal love. And what that means, because we've been doing all this work with the center. And going to the center and going to the center again. We've been working with seed energy. And what does that seed energy mean? It's being able to understand where the creator is, where creation is, where the divine is. It's at the center. It's at the center of it all. It's at the center of everything. And being able to understand that source energy is at the center, within the center of this plant, helping it to expand. And what that means. When I was making it to New Earth, before I made it there, and I've made it there a few times just at different elevations, it was a glorified place. It was a glorified place. And everything was just going to magically work out once I reached the destination. And when I finally reached the destination, it wasn't a glorified place. And of course it wasn't, because that's the trained perception of religion. What has happened here? And healing from that. And realizing that the creator, God, source energy is at the center of everything. And it's the seed energy. So this, going back to this plant, once again, this plant is evolving around its center. And when we've lost balance, when we're off center, we're not expanding in a healthy way. We go back to the center, we're with source energy, and we heal and expand to create anew. And it's understanding this. It's healing from this. It's seeing this. And when I had this realization, as I was having this expansion in the mountains, I was healed. And when I found the creator at the source of the center of everything, it was healing. It was freeing. It was free. It was freedom from the matrix. It was freedom from everything that I thought. It was freedom from, thinking, well, why is God here and why is God not there? Why is the creator here and why is the creator not here? But realizing that the creator is the harmony. The creator is at the center of everything and is helping us to heal and move forth and expand. And if we move off balance, how do we get back to the center? How do we hold the center? And holding the center of it all, holding at the center of everything, it's massive. And being at the center of everything, it was glorious. It is glorious. It's beautiful. It's where you realize how big everything is, but just in a different way than my mind had been programmed to see it. And healing from that and realizing it's like very much like, the story of Jesus, honoring just the story of Jesus and Jesus being in the center of it all with everybody. There was no hierarchy. There was no, glorified place. Jesus was walking in the center of it all with the people, trying to heal the people, trying to say God is within you. The creator is within you. And it's true. We just have to find it. But because we're still feeding from our impulses, it's it doesn't feed you from that glorified place. See, when we're feeding from our impulses, when we're feeding from hierarchy, when we're feeding out of whack, out of balance, we get that energy. We get that, you know what I mean? That energy. And ooh, we like that. We can feed from that, but it's unhealthy. Because when we get in that, that's when we overfeed. That's when we overtake. That's when we undercare. You know, it's feeding that insatiable hole. It's just, it's where you see the positive tetrahedron. And guys, I feel like we could go on from this and expand and expand and expand what this means. I am going to share right after I received these messages, because I received them in groups of 3 at a time. I did tape it. I am going to share that tape. It's not edited. The dog started barking. I usually try to take the dogs out or the interruptions, because guys, like, that's how I started editing. There's so many interruptions because it was like moths to a flame every time I sat down. And of course, you know, learning how to edit videos has helped me to expand with my masculine. It's helped me to understand my left brain. Very, very beneficial. But knowing too that it's the balance, it's the center, and honoring those 13 spheres of knowledge. The second, and guys, we are going to expand more off of New Earth, the vibration of New Earth, what this means, and carrying this within us. We're carrying this within us. We're walking divine universes coming together to create New Earth here, through us, through the center of self, with seed energy. The second message was the fact that we need to see through the illusion of separation and heal with this twin flame path for the rest of the collective, because there's still some nasty energy going on amongst between twin flames. And knowing that, you know, we don't want to play into that hand. We don't want to play into that hand. We want to heal from this. We want to heal from, you know, the manifestation of what your twin is and what your twin came here to do with you and teach you and understand. That is yourself. You're working with yourself. And if you've still separated, if you're still separating or in separation and you're still looking at the separateness, and even as that's another person, to a certain degree, you're not healthy. And that sounds whacked out, right? You're like, whoa, that's whacked out, because you're still looking at it from a logical perspective. You're still looking at it from an old earth perspective. It's healing from the separation, because we've gone to the center and the center of it all and realized that the creator, the divine God, is in the center of everything. There is no such thing as separation, and we're only separated in the 3D world, and healing from that and getting over that, because it's part of, we manifest what we're in the vibration of. So if we're together within and we're one within, and one within in a healthy way, because we've healed from codependency, we understand what this is. We've elevated enough to understand we are a part of it all. We are a part of the everything. We are a part of the one. All of it. So if we are in the 3D physically apart, to heal from that and know that that's part of yourself that came here and is on mission work, and healing with time and place of coming together in order to do whatever it is you're doing here. And there's a lot of twins that don't even want to come together because they're still caught in the lower vibes. And hey, you know, you don't want to come together with your twin. What is your path teaching you? And this is about coming together with all, with everything, with everything, with even the shitty stuff you don't want to come together with, because we're going to come together with the shitty stuff because we're already connected to the shitty stuff, and we're going to look at it and we're going to clear it and we're going to transmute it because we are part of it all. Like, then this goes again too into where that meme was created for light workers, that they only want to be light and love. We are light and love, but we're going in and we're applying the light and love in the dark, with the shadows, in the negative, in the yucky place that feels uncomfortable. So you have to be able to, you know, be a big enough soul to work with this. And if you're not there yet, This isn't about self-hate. This isn't about tearing yourself down. This is about building yourself up. This is about building us all up. This is about understanding that this is a high vibe future that we're creating within the moment. High vibe future we're creating within this moment in time. We can do this, guys. We got this. We got this. And everything we need is within us. And I know the biggest mistake that I have made along my path is trying to outsource to confirm within what is I already knew. And you know how many years, I don't want to say waste, because it wasn't wasted, it was all experience. But when you really hunker down and go within and start closing the gaps within, you're really seeing that's where it's working. And the more, you know, the more work we do within, the more it does change and expand without. Just not in the way, you know, because we watch Disney and we think it's all going to be woo. But it's not. This is real life, and we have to heal there too. We don't want to give up. The earth matters. All of this life that we came here to heal and harmonize and raise the vibration with, all this life matters. This is where we really heal from selfishness. It's like where you can even stop looking at humanity and just start looking at the plants, start looking at the animals, start looking at these life force energies. We came here to work with them. We came here to expand with them. We came here to heal with them, and it's all of us. And yeah, maybe you do need to heal with humanity too. You're the center. You're the center of it all, and you're the balance. And you know what? That's why you got to go have a nap sometimes and honor that feminine. You got to honor that creative mind, because that gets intense. So we got to honor time for rest. We got to honor time for rejuvenation. We got to honor time for healthy fantasy, because we're creating from that space and place, and not staying stuck in our illusions, but using our fantasies as high vibe charges to create a new. And we've untwisted it. And yeah, there's nothing wrong with laying in bed and daydreaming for a day, because you're holding the center. And you know what that means. So we become one within. We stop worrying that we're in lack of without, so we can all come together. Because we're all going to come together to continue to move forth with. And we don't want to send out those signals that we're in lack of. This is healing from that lack of, and not having more, having less, and being able to go without, because you've added the positive charge. What does that mean? You know, you're a walking ascended master. Not because you have more than everybody else and you manifested it and you called it all in. You're a walking ascended master because you can surrender and go without it all. And add the positive charge and still say, I got my positive tetrahedron. I can still do this. I can still do the right thing. I can still, you know, it's that King of Swords. I love that King of Swords in the, come on, which Cheryl, the Starman Tarot, where he's in the electric chair, and you can keep turning on that electric chair, but he's just going to keep telling the truth. Doesn't matter how much pain you put him through. And that's why we got on the last message. The key to unlocking our heart is facing death. The key to unlocking our heart is facing death and the death templates. And what does that mean? To expand beyond. To expand beyond the mind. So we're going to hold this charge so we can all come together. And what does that mean for all of us as a collective? To come together and unite. To continue to build forth. And the third message was, they showed me, you know how the saying goes, they tried to bury us, but they didn't know we were seeds. Well, they showed me there was a diamond. And they showed us as diamonds, and they were planting us within the ground. And I saw us being planted within the ground as diamond. Crystal clear diamonds. This means something, guys. This means something. Let's find out what it means. Because my brother came home with a gift for me for his birthday, and he's a Leo. He's part of my spiritual quest. And he came home with a dragon blood jasper. I'm telling you, when this is within my being, I can't even describe it, guys. I can't even describe it. It's electrified peace. Because I know that when we're in excitement, we're not in peace. Excitement is connected to frenzied energy. But this isn't that. This is electrified peace. This is something different. And it feels spectacular. So let's just get a little bit of information here. Dragon blood brings stability and balance. It is particularly useful for alleviating environmental stress. It facilitates deep meditation, centering, and regression to past lives. Encourages astral travel, chakras, root, and earth. And I'm telling you, holding this earth gem has changed my life. Thank you to my brother. Guys, I hope this is still taping. Part of me really wants to get up and make sure quickly. I don't think I'm going to be able to edit the cards in or anything like that, or even have a nice beginning play for us with some music. I think this is going straight up on the channel. Because there's a lot of messages I want to bring forth as we enter Lionsgate here. Because we're officially living in the 5D and what that means. What that means for us all. And I really still want to expand off the things that we spoke about right now. And I do recognize that I'm still working with my left brain and the way I want to communicate the messages. I'm working on them. Because like sometimes I'll be called to, you know, sit down and watch. And I realize that still like the way that the messages are within me are still not fully coming out to the way that I want them to come out for you guys to be most beneficial. So I'm going to keep working on that, guys. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to email me or leave comments. And I really love reading your guys' comments. It keeps me going. It keeps me going. And I just love connecting because in my universe, in my actual life, I'm alone. And I'm okay with that. I'm healing with that. I'm healing with what that means for me. And because I've become part of the all and I've become part of everything, I'm not alone. I've become part of the all and everything. Just, you know, I'm still human, and sometimes when things get a little too 3D, I gotta shift and do some work there. Guys, I'm even thinking of having a day of just, like, putting up all my messages for my visions. Like I have like just a section on where I've taped on my phone of just like visions. Like if you guys are interested in that, let me know too. But I am going to start clearing out some of this stuff. I even think some of the major projects I was working on, maybe a few of them are just I'm going to redo because we're at a different space now, and that's okay. You know what? We're at a different space. We're at a different space. Okay. Now, there's going to be a message in here for us, and I'm excited to see what it is. And I really hope we're still taping, guys. We're still taping. This has something to do with the 4 directions coming together. Everything we just discussed about. This has to do with the one, the all, the center of everything, this diamond energy. All those messages coming together as one. It all means something. Let's find out what it is. Guys, that could have seriously burnt down the house. Okay. Snake and beaver with butterfly. Oh, wait. Of course. Snake, beaver, and spider. I just saw a spider. A spider was just on my skirt the other day. And it's connected to butterfly. Well, guys, I'm really feeling called to get one card. I picked that up, but I'm still feeling called to get the one card. So I'm gonna go with it. Gotta follow the 6th sense. We know that's helping us to move us right now and heal from the past, because we're healing from the past right now, guys. And another message too, there's a lot of information coming up right now, because a lot of people are leveling up and expanding on their past, and there's much mass awakenings happening. This is a card, I can feel it. Coyote. And I just flipped to coyote. The first page I flipped to was in here. It's the message. Okay. There's a lot of information coming out right now because people are awakening or leveling up on their expansion paths. This is where you really have to be careful. Don't just follow everyone's information, because there's still some information coming out that needs tweaking. It needs tweaking, or it's off center, it's off balance. It's still a place that we are transmuting and where we are clearing. So the information that you are reading, of course, I believe it's all a part of, we're a part of the all, we're a part of the everything. You saw it for a reason. But don't allow yourself to get triggered and lost in it and back in that Five of Wands charge and argue, am I on the right path? You need to cultivate enough stability with the integrity of your light and your path and what you're seeing and what you resonate with your heart chakra, and be able to move forth. But also too, to know when your heart is speaking to you, your heart speaking to you. And don't let any leftover clearing you're still doing from your wounding just to get into your way. Remember, be open. Be open, but set boundaries. And that's tricky. Once again, that's tricky. This is all some tricky stuff, guys. But that's why I'm sending you those good healing vibes. Because we can do this. I believe in us, okay? And it's very tricky when you're in that center. The center of it all. That's why you just gotta hug yourself. You gotta hug yourself from the center. You know, I picture yourself as that little seedling just hugging yourself. Okay, let's get this message. Coyote, deceit, humor, survival. Trickster, walk over danger, being so clever not to fool ourselves, true forever. So we're not gonna fool ourselves true forever. I don't want to burn this. I also want to be nice to the plant. Okay, we're gonna do this because I don't think I'm gonna be able to edit this in. All right. Coyote seems to have a teasing gleam in its eyes. It's always waiting to trip up the unaware or self-important person. This coyote shield rests on the grassy land. Coyote's natural habitat. It's made of hide and richly decorated with a coyote painted in the center. Coyote needs tracks. No. Coyote needs tracks. Coyote tracks can be seen above. The top of the shield has a traditional fold of red blanket cloth hung with pheasant feathers and wolf teeth. On the right of the shield hangs a piece of coyote fur. It is not considered easy to be the carrier of coyote medicine. So it's not considered easy to be the carrier of coyote medicine. And here's the shield, okay? There's the shield. Hopefully this is focusing. Please focus for us. I'm gonna still put this over here. I don't want to hurt the plant. So I didn't like how that felt. Okay. So Native people honor coyote as the great jokester, the trickster of the animal kingdom, and this is its medicine. Coyote is adaptable to almost any environment, but it prefers open grassland or thinly wooded brush. Listen to coyote's voice, a remarkable yipping sound, somewhere between a laugh, a howl, a bark, revealing its affinity to cousin dog. Although man has tried to exterminate coyote, it is a survivor. And there it is. We're being exterminated, but we're not. We're survivors. And life is taking back life. Its deviousness and cunning has saved it. Coyote mates for life and will protect its close-knit family with its life if necessary. Many tribes respect coyote as a sacred medicine teacher. In the same way that a clown is considered sacred, the trickster medicine may be carried by certain medicine people as well as a friend, coyote, showing us that we share similar characteristics. Coyote, the great and foolish one, does not consciously try to trick us. It simply holds up a mirror to our own human capacity to both clever and stupid. often at the same time. Sometimes it does you good to turn without meaning to. But will pull the rug out from under your feet if you're getting too serious or self-important. So once again, too, this is the center, and this is also being able to honor the negative. And what is the negative bringing forth to the table? This doesn't mean we're going to go use this energy. We're going to be all deceptive and we're just going to get what we want. That's not what this is saying. This is saying that the coyote has survived and has done what it needs to do to survive as man tried to take it out. And as we are being, these inorganic forces are trying to take us out, it's saying that, yeah, humanity has done some deceptive things to stay afloat. But we're healing from that. So we can heal from that. We don't have to, if someone's seeing something different than you, or has done something different than you, or has done harm or negative, we're not saying it's okay, but it's okay to heal from it. It's okay to find the center. It's okay to find the center of the truth, the negotiation, because that's where we're going to heal with the creator, with love, with the divine, with source energy. It's even like the truth. You can have, 16 people's versions of the truth, their perceptions of the truth, but the actual truth is in the center of all those perceptions. That's where the creator is. That's where it's all happening. And if we're just over here, we're unbalanced. This is being able to come together with the all, you being part of the all, you being part of the everything, and transmuted and shifted all. And this is part of the universal expansion, because we've become part of it. And you're in the center, and in the center again. You're not on the outside anymore. You're not on the outskirts. You're within the center with creation, with source energy. And this is helping us to expand at these massive, massive rates that we need to expand in order to heal from what's happening here and life, to take back life. So the message, Leaping Coyote says, wake up, watch out, find your humor if you have lost it. Laugh at yourself. You've probably called many powerful lessons to yourself recently. Have you been inviting trouble? Have you tried to pull the wool over someone's eyes? Have you been playing around or meddling with things that are better left undisturbed? If others have been playing tricks on you, use Coyote's cleverness and humor to turn the tables on them. Remember that Coyote always arrives to stop you getting too serious. It is a mirror to show you the lessons you need to learn in order to stay on the sacred path, and helps you to keep your spontaneity and childlike curiosity about the world. And that's true. It's like we laugh things off. We're able to elevate at a really fast rate. It doesn't mean we're just, not taking anything seriously, but no, we're laughing off some really serious shit because we need to get to where we're going. This is cutting out all this crap we're doing here. We're wasting all this energy. Within this vortex, we need to clear all this stuff out because it's wasted energy. And it's being able to not even go there. We're just going to cut out, just per to say the middleman, the middle space. But not the middle. We are in the center. We're looking at this linear now. Okay? So, we are here. We want to get here. There's all the stuff that we're doing in the center. For a lot of us, we don't need to do anymore. So we're just going to cut it out. And we're going to go from here to here. And that's how we're going to be able to elevate and build at these faster rates. But it's not because we're lacking the experience. No, we've already been there. We're in completion. This is already a lessons we've already seen. We need to actually apply the force now. So we've seen this with air. We've seen this with the mind. Now we have to apply the force here, and we're going to clear some of this shit out. And this is where the clearing is happening. So, and this is dealing with our painful lessons. And dealing with deception. Because if we don't deal with deception, it can lead us to trouble. It can keep us in those lower vibes. This is about cheering up. This is about a deeper level of an elevation. I'm just going to get some tarot. it, guys. This is something's coming together. This is about the one, the all, moving forth, clearing this karma. The times we're in, the Hunger Games coming to an end. This is about the Hunger Games coming to an end, because we're going to find clarity. The gift right now is the Ace of Swords. The gift right now is the clarity with the double charge, and it's bringing us connection. And these connections are going to help us to move forward. We're not going to stay stuck anymore. We're going through this door because we've done all this work in the Garden of Venus and we found the keys. We found the keys. We found the keys to what we're doing. Because we've created this. And it's all happening in Leo season. And we remember that we're healing from our past with our Six of Cups. And it's allowing us to move forth here with the Chariot. All right, guys. Until we meet again, I can hardly wait. Lionsgate and the new moon. Love, light, and healing energy sent your way to create with today. I will see you then.